So I thought if I tell you quickly about how I was on Britain's Got Talent, and they I don't think there's any footage of it, which sucks. Even though I got pretty far and was one of 4 reserves for the final. It's because my music had copyright in it, otherwise I was told I would definitely have got to the final, which sucked. But it's an interesting story, I guess. I don't think it was interesting, but he just pointed out like I had how many people is in the audience, thousands of people sing happy birthday to me, so like that's kind of cool, I guess. So we went on my birthday. I don't remember which one it was, but it was on one of my birthdays. I've had many. And we were queuing. Oh wait, so you know you audition first in a small room of judges who aren't the actual judges, and then you send a letter if you get through or not, and then you go and audition in front of the audience and the actual judges. And so we were queuing for ages. We were talking to the other contestants who, you know, Britain's Got Talent, the whole room was just full of interesting people. It was great. Then I was like one of the last people that they got to go on stage, and so I went. And if you've not seen my dance that I did, I'll link it, because there's a video of it from when I did a different talent show. I start in a big box on my head. I did a lot of performances for different things. The audience always laughed when I'd come on stage with the box on my head. And I walked on stage and Simon went and rolled his eyes and did a really loud like huff, like oh my god, another one of these, they're just gonna get buzzed straight away. By the way, the buzzer is so loud. I don't know how people can still perform through it.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Because he was in the audience, he came with me. How loud was it?
The people, it went straight through you. And the people before you got buzzed loads, and they were really good. They were really good. I thought they were good. I can't remember what they did. They were just some sort of dance. But
I walked on stage with my box on my head, and they said, "What's your name?" And I had the box on my head. The microphone was here, so I was like, and Simon was like, "I can't hear you. I can't understand you." Like really rude. And I'm like, so I like went and lifted the box over the microphone and went, "Lhouraii." And then they said, "What you gonna do?" So I'm gonna dance. And then Simon was like, "Okay, go ahead." And I did my dance, and I was ready to hear the buzzer, but I didn't. And then I actually don't remember what the judge. My memory sucks. I hate it. But I remember the only thing I remember that the judges said was Simon said. So Simon said, "We judged you unfairly, like we did with Susan Boyle. And you proved us wrong, just like her." And that's all I remember. What do you remember anything that they said?
They all were just positive, basically.
Yeah, they all said positive things, and they all let me through to the quarterfinals. And when I was like, "Oh, thank you," and then when I ran off stage, Ant and Dec were at the side, and I don't hug people. I don't like hugging. I don't really understand it. It feels like just someone confining you. Like, why are you confining me? Is this a good thing? Like, I've never really understood hugs. But with this in mind, I ran off the stage and or Dec, I don't know them. I can't tell them apart really. I mean, you can tell, you know.
I mean, the taller one, wasn't it? So I think that's Dec.
Was it the taller one or the shorter one?
I think so.
I don't remember which one it was, but I bear hugged one of them. I hate this. This is a memory that will just, you know, when you have embarrassing memories that just come back. and you get the embarrassment all over again. This is one of them. I'm gonna have for the rest of my life. I bear hugged one of them. Why did I do that? I don't even know what, like, why. I don't hug people. I don't know what hugs even are. And I don't remember what they said to me, but anyway, then I went and talked to Btw Lhouraii or something.
Yeah.
And Amanda
Holden,
one of the judges, was in backstage too, and I was talking to Btw Lhouraii, and he said and I said I bear hugged one of Anton Deg, and they said, oh really, show me. And so I tried to bear hug him, but he was quite bigger than Anton Deg, so I tried to bear hug him too. So I bear hugged Anton Deg, and then Btw Lhouraii, and then Amanda Holden came up and asked to see my box. But she asked to see my box, so I said sure, and passed her, and she put it on her head, and was just like, oh, it's interesting and stuff, and she was really nice. And then did they ask me to come back out on stage? Yeah, they asked me to come back out on stage, because it was my birthday, and they'd got me. So I was stood on stage, and they came out with a cake. And the whole audience, which they must have actually told the audience this whilst I was backstage, I just realised that's so cute. And I was on stage and someone came out with a birthday cake, and the judges and all the audience, like thousands of people, sang happy birthday to me. And so that was amazing. And yeah, so I got through to the quarterfinals. But because the music that I chose was all by like unknown artists on like SoundCloud, I think it was from people who didn't log in often and only had a couple hundred views, so they couldn't get permission to use them because they didn't see the emails and stuff. So that's the reason that I couldn't go through to the quarterfinals and the finals. But when I was stood on stage, I knew I wasn't going through, because when they call you into the quarterfinals in a group, and I was like looking at my group like, what do you do? And they're like, oh, I'm a ventriloquist. And I'm like, alright, show me. And they're like, hello, I'm Popo. Oh, oh, hello, Popo. Oh, hello, Popo. And stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not good. So I went and stood on the stage. So I already knew I wasn't going through because I'd eyed up the rest of the group, and I just, you know, and I stood there, and Simon, they said, you not got through. And when we were walking off the stage, Simon locked eyes with me and like gave me a wink, and I was like, and then I got contacted to say that I was chosen as one of 4 reserves, which I'm prouder of being picked. I don't know if it's like a big deal or not, but I'm prouder of being picked as one of 4 reserves than actually getting through getting through. Because I was one of 4 people, and so that was really cool. And we had to go to like a big meeting and stuff, but my depression came and said, you're not going, what do you think you're doing, you're not going there. So I had to, they kept contacting me saying, have you done your dance yet, have you chose the music, have you done this? And I'm like, I can't do it, I'm sorry. But yeah, so that's the story of when I was on Britain's Got Talent, and I'm proud of it. But I won a few talent shows, small ones, and then I lost one. I'm really sad, right? I'm really sad. No, that's all. I'm just right. Okay. If anyone wants to know the story about why I'm really sour about losing one, no, I lost 2. No, wait. No, I lost 2 because one stole my act. One stole my act. I'm not sour about that. But the other one, I'm really sour about. Even now, I'm super sour. Sour Patch Kid, I am. Really to the max. To the extreme. And if anyone wants to know why, feel free to ask. I am more than willing to rant about this. I don't know if it's interesting, but I am still angry, and it was years ago. But the other one, when I lost, the group watched, like they snuck in. It was a dance group. They snuck in. They watched. I saw their dance. They'd performed before me during the rehearsal. We weren't supposed to watch each other, and they were like, you know, fine. They were good, but they were just a normal dance, like twirling, dancing moves and stuff like that. No props or anything. And then I did my dance, and they looked. I saw all their stupid little heads poking around the curtain and looking, around the door. Sorry. And then when we actually performed for the thing, they all had masks and all had the moves that I was doing. So I was like, and then they weren't, and I'm like, and I learned, this is one of the times that I learned you should never talk bad about anyone, even though I just did it, but you should never be sour. I need to tell myself this, thinking of the other one. But you should never be shower. You should never shower. You should never be sour. You should never bitch about anyone, because there's like 2 times that I have, and they've both been, you know, it's shown me you should not do this. One of them is when this group won and we were stood, the person came third, said thank you, stood at the back of the stage. I came second, said thank you, went and stood at the back of the stage next to them. They came first, ran on stage like, ah! And then I was like, stood there like, watching it, and the girl next to me who came third said, oh my god, I can't believe it. And I said, I know, why did they win? And she said, no, I can't believe that I came third. And I'm like, oh, right. And it just made me feel like such a horrible person, and it just shows you just do not be a bitch. I'm not a bitch, but I did used to be a bitch. But just do not be a nasty person. I don't like just don't talk bad about anyone. Anyway, this is about Britain's Got Talent. I always go on tangents. Anyway, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.